think that they don't need to be sorry for anything that their ancestors did. They don't need to right wrongs that their ancestors did. They think that, at least when it comes to black people, they think that it has nothing to do with them and that it's their free from any kind of judgment because of it. But the fact is that you as white people are obligated to right wrongs that your ancestors did. You're obligated to do that. And you have done it for every other ethnicity, if you will, besides black people. So, yeah, you should feel bad because you have not corrected wrongs that your ancestors did. The responsibility falls on your shoulders. And you shouldn't be sleeping good at night. And you should feel guilty because you have the ability to right wrongs. And so now I see these videos about white people wanting black people to stop talking about it and don't make me feel bad about myself and I'm not a bad person and yes, you are. You absolutely are. You are, because you have chosen not to right wrongs that you know that your ancestors did.
That is so. When we gonna let this go? When are we going to let it go? When are we going to absolutely just get over it and find ourselves in a better space and spend our energy and our time towards being the best versions of ourselves ever? Should we hold previous people that sold us in a transatlantic slave trade over here to the United States of America, which, obviously white people capitalize off of? Should we hold our ancestors accountable for the things that happened in the past? I'm just trying to figure out, what do people want, to eventually let it go and grow up and grow out and being great and letting go of this trauma that you just continue to hold on to that you've never experienced in your entire life. We teach this to our children and their parents taught it to their children, and then our children are going to teach it to their children, and it's just going to be forever.
Okay, y'all, so I want to address something.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. Kol haloyim la Yahweh bahasham Yahushai bahasham rachahakadash. Double honors and salutations to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that taught us this truth that rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect and to the 1/3 men, women, and children of Israel, and to the Israelite foreigners who has the appearance of the heathens, but their lineage, their seed line from their fathers, goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom. This is the brother Habashai Abadia, Jim in Chicago. And yeah, you heard it. This character here, Anton Daniels, his channel, I recorded, and he had this so-called black woman, pretty much, getting on E. E is Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, right? And she's pretty much like crying out like, yo, they need to say they're sorry or what have you. But hey, the Lord got us, man. Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. This woman, more than likely, she's in a Christian church or what have you. But hey, man, Jake is waking up, man. And they're actually seeing that Esau, Edom is the devil that the Bible speaks of. He's the problem of the earth, man. All right. And has been our downfall, and rightfully so, because we went off with Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai going against our power. Right. And this Anton Daniel, he's like, get over it. This, which he's a unsi, as the beloved apostle Tahar called these people. Right. Look at his hat. It say bag chaser. All right. He's What's the scripture tell you? A gift destroyed a heart. All right. He has his podcast. He thinks that he's in a good state, man. All right. And what did he say in the end of his video? It's gonna go on forever and ever. Well, no, Anton Daniels. All right. So I'm gonna grab some precepts real quick, because we got the real reparations coming, man. This Anton Daniels doesn't believe in the scriptures. All right. And this lady don't either. All right. Who knows? Maybe she had the gospel, wherever city she's at, and like, hey, that sounds, that sounds like gospel right there to me, But hey, only the elect is going to get and understand why we went into captivity. All right. And that they're going to be our slaves, man. All right. So let's grab the scriptures to back it up. And once again, hey, this message is only for the elect. They're the only ones that's going to get it and understand the scriptures. All right. It's going to resonate with their spirit. All right. This is why you 2/3 got to go, man. I'm going to start at, read the feature scripture again. Habakkuk 2:16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. All right. This is concerning Esau, Edom, right? Matter of fact, let's jump up real quick. I'll start at 3. Habakkuk 2:3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end, which we are, it shall speak. All right. And how is it speaking? Through prophecies, man. All right. We see this devil's kingdom unraveling. Okay. His kingdom is divided, right? So it can't stand. It says, and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up. All right. Esau, Edom, he's the most proud nation on earth. It is not upright in him. All right. He's not righteous. That's right. This is why they're the children of Satan, man. All right. Satan means adversary of righteousness, and he does everything contrary to the scriptures. All right. It says, but the just shall live by his faith. Yeah. Also, because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man. All right. The few the Marines, huh? It says, neither keeper at home. He got military bases over like 700-800 military bases all over the world, right? It says, and he got wars going on everywhere. It says, who enlarge his desire as hell, and here's a point, and is as death, all right, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, all right, go out there, rape, robbing, and pillaging everything. Now he want to be the digital colonizer, man, with the Revelation 13:16. Okay, it says, but gather unto him all nations, and heap unto him all people. Okay, now let's jump down to his shame, because he'll tell you, oh, we took it fair and square. The Indians wasn't doing anything. The so-called Indians, which are the Gadites, all right, and the and the tribe of Reuben. It says, woe unto him that give his neighbor drink, that put thy bottle to him. Okay, those philosophies, and literally liquor stores in every corner of you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans neighborhood. It says, and makest him drunken also, thou mayest look on their nakedness. And look at our people, man. Verse 16 says, thou art filled with shame for glory. Okay, the thing you used to brag on, manifest destination. All right, or destination, right? We took it fair and square from the Indians. They wasn't doing anything with the land. Okay, you brag on that. Okay, it says, drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. So now that we can link the slavery with the scriptures, you feel shame now. It says, the cup of the Lord Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. So this is what's coming to the Edomites, man, the so-called white people, and the rest of you nations, all right, the Psalms 83 crew that helped them out, all right? And the Lord is going to give us that vengeance, man. Let's grab that. Romans 12 and 19. I'm just going to grab those slavery milk scriptures, man. Romans 12 and 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, Vengeance is mine. I will pay. I will repay, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, so the Lord is coming back to get these devils, man. Hey, what's that? Revelation 1 and 7 tells us that. Hey, he's going to get those 2 centurions that pierced him. All right. Let's grab real quick the book of Psalms 2. And I'm going to start at 8. It says, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for my possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, and that will be done in the kingdom of heaven that will be on earth as in heaven, like the Lord's Prayer says in Matthew 6. Okay? Let me read that again. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. This letting you know everybody can't receive salvation, man. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. And these so-called white people, which there's no such thing as white nor black people. All right. That's a social construct that started in 1681 in Virginia. All right. So it says, thou shalt break them with a rod of iron and shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings. Be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Okay, that would say the scripture says the meek shall inherit the earth. All right, and that's the elect, starting with the elect, 144,000 men, 12,000 from each tribe. All right, you Edomites, you so-called white people, we gonna whoop on y'all ass in the kingdom of heaven. You're gonna get double the cut, man. You're gonna drink all of the drinks, man. All right. It says, sir, we don't want no reparations, man. We don't want fiat currency. It says, serve the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahshua, with fear and rejoice with trembling. All right. Because, hey, our weapons aren't carnal. We're not going to do this thing physically here. All right. And what I mean physically, we're not going to do it on our own merit. We have to wait on the Lord. That's why I read the Romans 12. Okay. Our only thing that we're to do is just prophesy, man. Read the scriptures. It says, serve the Lord with fear, the Lord Yahweh with fear, and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry. All right. And we're going to be heirs with the Son, who you people ignorantly call Jesus, man. Lord willing, we endure. This is why we have a healthy fear of Yahweh, who you people ignorantly call God, and Yahweh Shai, his son. It says, when his wrath is kindled but a little, blessed are all they that put their trust in him. And the Lord said, these people are going to be our slaves, man. I was thinking about one that was on the list, because people like this Anton Daniels guy, they heard of the Israelites, man. They just think it's fairy tales. But hey, we went under captivity to these people because we disobeyed our power, man. Watch this. Baruch 4 and 5. Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved Yahweh to wrath. You were delivered unto your enemies. See that? For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils, and not your power, and not to Yahweh Most High. All right. It says, you have forgotten the everlasting power that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nourished you. All right. Yeah, that's about it. So let's get back to the slavery scriptures, because he said it's going to be the same thing going on forever and ever. No, it's not. No, it's not. All right. Let's grab the book of Ezekiel. Yeah, you devils are in for it, man. Ezekiel 25 and 12. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, because that Edom have dealt against the house of Judah, all right, the Israelites, by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended. That lady is greatly offended, and revenge himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom. Now, what does that remind you of? Isaiah 63. Okay. When Yahushai come back, because Edom has to be in power when Yahushai comes back, man. All right. And Esau, Edom, they are in power. What does Job 9:24 tells us? That the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? Okay. Another thing you could see through the comment section, man, that I was scrolling through. And you can check this Anton Daniels video out. Anton, he's a unsi, and these and that's how you know he's a unsi. A lot of Edomites watch this dude channel, man, because you saw he getting 4,000 likes, 9,000 likes for those comments that's pretty much talking shit, man, about Jake, man. All right, pretty much like we ain't gotta apologize to you. All right, but that's cool though. We don't want your apologies, man. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, I will stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword, Edomites. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. Okay, and they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, let's grab keeping in Ezekiel. Let's go to verse 35, and we're gonna start at 1, because this is what we're doing in the end days, man. We don't need to lay hands and do none of that. The Lord got us, man. All right, and plus, hey, he's falling back under the under his own curses, man. Deuteronomy 30:7, man. Hey, here it is. His Amalek, his the small hats over there. They don't care about their own people. Okay, this is why you have Satan against Satan. It says, moreover, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. Okay, does that mean prophesy against a mountain? No, Mount Seir, that's the home of the Edomites, man. All right. It says here, I think that's what's that, Genesis 36. Continuing, it says, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and will make thee most desolate. America, it will be bombarded with thermonuclear fire. All right, and this is these Edomites headquarters, man. Okay, it says, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Why? Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. You look in that comment section, you're gonna see a perpetual hatred. Hey, Anton Daniels hate himself too, man. All right, he's in bed with these Edomites, man. It says, the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. It says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood. Even blood shall pursue thee. All right, so, hey, Esau, hey, he's being revealed in these last days. All right, it tells you that in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 6 on down. All right, and he doesn't like it. Okay, he don't want to be known as Edom. Let's grab the book of Isaiah chapter 14, and I'll start at 1. It says, for the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. See, the Lord got to put us in our land. All right. It says, and the stranger shall be joined with them. All right. Other Israelites, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh. For who? Servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors, man. Okay. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day, this hasn't happened yet, that the Lord Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow. This lady's in sorrow about that. And from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve, man. All right, we just keep going with that chapter, but for time's sake, let's grab the book of Revelation. Yeah, you devils are going to pay, man. And you know it in the back of your head. Anton Daniels have to be, is a very foolish man. think these people gonna get away with this, man? This is Revelation chapter, I'm going to grab 13. Chapter 13, verse 9, it said, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that lead into captivity shall go into captivity. He that kill with the sword must be killed with the sword. Esau's blessing was the sword in Genesis 27. He's still ruling with the sword this day, which the sword is his modern day gun, the military. Okay, it says, here is the patience and the faith of the saints, and the saints are the Israelites, man. Psalms 50 and 5 and Psalms 148 and 14. Okay, let's grab Revelation 2 and 26. It says here, and he that overcometh and keep my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. Letting you know everybody not getting salvation, only the Israelites. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, like it said in Psalms 2. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father, man. And that's the heirs of Yahushua is going to get that same power. And I'm going to end it with Lamentations, man. You devils are going into hardcore, back-breaking slavery, man. Okay, and you coons, you uncies are going to be destroyed on this side. Anton Daniels and the rest of you others, all right, took that bag from Esau. Lamentations 4 and 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwell in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. All right, like I read in Baruch 4, man. Okay, it's just for a little moment the Lord was mad at us, man. But we're coming out of our punishment. We've repented, Lord. When we endure and endure to the end, okay, not take the microchip, right? It says he will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquities, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. Okay, so yeah, hey, we're angry too. But we're not, physically doing anything. Only thing we're doing is preaching the gospel and prophesying that this devil is going into captivity. So Lord willing, it was edifying. Shalom.